Hi everybody. Well, I just had a little shopping spree over the weekend because I'm preparing for a 3-day, 2-night section hike this weekend after Thanksgiving. REI has an opt-out on Black Friday, and I partook last year of the opt-out by being out on the trail, and I'm going to do it again. So I have some items here that I purchased for myself and my hiking partner, and I thought I would just look them over. These are some items that we want to add to our gear list. The first one are these shepherd's hook stakes. I'm still undecided about these. I have gone through, I don't know, probably a dozen of these. I just bought 6 more. I actually got these at Outdoor World. They were $1.19 a piece. Incidentally, at REI, I believe they're $1.50 a piece, $1.99 a piece, $1.95 a piece. Anyway, they're cheaper at Cabela's or Outdoor World. I frankly kind of like these stakes, even though they bend. Whenever I step on them to shove them into the ground, I end up pulling up a bent stake. So, which is why I keep buying them over and over again. However, I have a tarp tent, and the tarp tent pitch needs to be slightly off the ground. And I find that these hooks, these shepherd hook stakes, work best. So, $1.19 a piece. You know, keep me posted if you have experience with these stakes or if you found something to replace it. I've got several different varieties of stake, and these I would say are easiest to use. I don't think they're the cheapest, but they work for me. So I bought some of those. I got a map. This is not my preference of map, although these are fairly good maps. My hiking partner and I are thinking of going to maybe Damascus, somewhere in southern Virginia to hike this weekend. If you're not familiar with these maps, you can see the entire AT, and the yellow highlight will show you the area where the map covers. In these maps, they do show, you know, where the shelters are, where the water sources, where the water sources are. You can see there's a shelter there. But the PATC, the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club, really does a better job, or I'm sorry, Appalachian Trail Conservancy, does a really better job on their maps. They fold up kind of like the old road maps, you know, that used to bring on your summer vacation when you were a kid, and they're also waterproof. But you know, I don't know, I kind of like those better, but they didn't have any, and so this is what I got. These tend to be a little bit pricey. I think they're all kind of pricey, but you can see that this was, you know, $16, a lot of money. I like to have a paper map, even if I don't bring it with me on the trail, because we all know the trail is really well marked, and frankly, you probably don't really need a map at all. But I like to always actually kind of look through them at home. I will pore over these maps for a week, just trying to figure out where we want to go, because we're section hikers, you know, so wherever we go, we want to keep in mind the terrain. We want to keep in mind that we're parking at point A, hiking out to point B. The following day, we'll hike out to point C, but then we have to walk completely back to point A. So I always try to keep that in mind. And again, we, you know, as section hikers, we do not have our trail legs, so we do not do 20 miles a day. I think we're lucky if we do 5. So we want to keep all that in mind, which is why I like to study the maps and decide where we're going. All right. The next item, bought this. This is the Sea to Summit Eros pillow. This was whopping $46 for the large, 2.5 ounces. This is for my hiking partner. I have a different pillow that I got for, well, basically $19.95, and we'll see, you know, who's outlasts who's. But, you know, we're both in our 50s, and we really need some comfortable sleep. So that's why we're bringing a pillow. There are a lot of thru hikers that won't do this. They feel that this is a luxury. That's fine. It probably is a luxury when you're thru hiking, but when you're section hiking, you get to bring stuff that the thru hikers would never consider, and that's the good part about it. So $46 at REI. Here is a Columbia fleece. You know, I don't know brands or styles or names. I don't know what to say about this, but this is for my hiking partner. $34.99. Excellent deal. Super lightweight. I have one myself. It really keeps me warm. I can literally hike in the middle of winter in a t-shirt, this fleece, my puffy coat, and I'm plenty warm enough on top. So I think we're going to be fine for this weekend. The temperatures are going to be in the 50s. Overnight it should be down into the 20s. So, but this was a good deal. $34.99. Great. I got a small fuel canister just to make sure we have two, one for each of us. $4.99 at Outdoor World, and I believe $5.99 at REI. I know it was definitely more expensive at REI than it was at Outdoor World. So, and we like the small ones. An egg holder. This is kind of a funny purchase. I bought this because it's only got 2 eggs in it. And as section hikers, sometimes we like to experiment with eating different kinds of food as we're hiking. And we thought at one point we might want to bring bacon and eggs for breakfast. And this was perfect. Most of these egg holders come in, 6 or a lot more. Anyway, I saw the 2 and said, oh, got to get that for future reference. So I don't think we'll be bringing it this time around, but we'll hang on to that for a later date. And I couldn't honestly even tell you how much it was. It was probably about $2. So, hand warmers. Grabbed a package of these. I already have 2, and it looks like we've got 6, so we'll have 8. So we each will have 4. So if we do need to bust these open and either put them in our gloves, mittens, or inside our sleeping bag overnight, we can do that. And I'm told that keeps us pretty warm. All right, and for the final 2, this is probably the most interesting purchase of the day. So what we have here is Under Armour. This is a medium weight men's base layer. It's 95% polyester, 5% something written in Spanish. Elastizo. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. Does that translate into spandex? I couldn't tell you. These seem pretty nice. I did try on a women's pair while I was there. I got these at Outdoor World. They're comfortable, but the sizes, they just didn't have the size for me. So we picked up a pair for him at the whopping price of $54.99. That is pretty expensive long underwear. I have no doubt that people have better choices on this that are cheaper than this, but we'll see. We're going to make a little comparison. When we left Outdoor World, I said, well, since they don't have my size, I'll just order it online. And on the way home, we stopped at the grocery store, and look what I find. Lo and behold, women's leggings, the almost exact same material. 93% polyester, 7% spandex. So if this is 95% polyester and it's $54, this is 93% polyester. I beg your pardon. 92% polyester. How can it be that much difference in keeping you warm? I don't know. But guess what? This is crazy. It was sitting in a bin somewhere between the dairy section and the meat section at Safeway, and they were $5.99. So I thought, okay, we're going to give them a try. So here's the official unboxing of my women's seamless legging fleece-lined base layer. And I am going to wear these this weekend on our hike. He is going to wear these on our hike, and we're going to keep you posted and see who stays warmer or if they're the same. But there's about a $50 difference between these products, even though what they're made out of is negligible. So that's it. I did also make a purchase of a sleeping bag liner, and I'll show you that while I'm out on the trail in my tent, freezing my butt off this weekend. But stay tuned, and let's see how we do.